Ladies and gentlemen, what is up? All right, I'm going to be doing a bunch of really quick videos, and I'm going to try to release them out over the next 2 to 3 days. I've got a bunch of questions which I've taken some time to try to put together and organize and answer for you. So, first one I got here was from a guy by the name of Paper Plane, and he said he'd like a video on the mental side of self-care, things like staying motivated, achieving goals, and dealing with setback, etc. All right, mental side of self-care. You know, I met this monk a few years ago that spent 10 years in a monastery in Hawaii, and my one big takeaway when they brought this guy in, he was basically a speaker for entrepreneurs, and they brought him into Entrepreneurs Org Toronto chapter, and he spoke to us for a couple of hours about essentially mindfulness and awareness. And my big takeaway was where awareness goes, that's where your attention flows. So you're asking me, Paper Plane, like staying motivated. How do you stay motivated? You focus on what your goal is really what you need to do. I mean, if your motivation lies within being the best at playing a sport like football or frisbee or losing weight or being in a business or starting up a business, constantly doing things that are aligned with that goal. If you find yourself doing things that are not aligned with that goal, like sitting down and watching 18 hours of Walking Dead or sitting around getting stoned for the weekend doing nothing, then guess what? You're never going to be the best at what you're trying to achieve, whatever that goal is. So you're asking what you do for the mental side of things. You gotta treat your mind as respectfully as you treat your body. You know, I know that comment came off my self-care 101 video, and you know, your body's a temple, obviously, but so is your mind. You know, if you put garbage in your body, you're going to look like crap. If you put garbage in your mind, you know, what you consume, then you're going to think and be crap. You know, you see all these bullshit posts on Instagram and Facebook from people that are, you know, stay motivated and everything's tickety-boo, and, you know, subscribe to my, you know, Instagram feed and look at my great motivational posters and stuff like that. All of that's BS. Motivation comes from within. You don't need somebody's, you know, poster saying that, you know, if you read this quick 5-word quote every day that you're going to be successful. It's got to come from within. You've got to recognize that if you're doing something that's aligned with your goal, great, thumbs up. If you're not, you're wasting your time. You know, it goes back to the whole, are you being entertained or are you being educated? You've got to decide what you choose to do with your time. You've only got so many hours in your day. You know, I've said this before. It's, you know, it's like you've got this energy bar, you know, for your life in the day. And, you know, you're doing things along the way that, you know, chip away at your energy and drain it. So if you want to stay on task, which I think is what you're asking me, you know, to stay motivated to achieve your goal, then continue to do things that get you close to that. If you find yourself distracted and not doing things, i.e. going through social media and scanning through Facebook and stuff like that, that's a waste of your time. Stop doing that. Now, you also asked about dealing with setbacks. So setbacks are going to happen. They're bound to happen. In fact, they're probably going to happen way more than successes, from my experience anyway. There's going to be so many setbacks that life will throw at you. And what that really is, understand this for a second, all that a setback really is it's just a test. It's, you know, it's your goal, it's the universe, whatever you might want to call it. It's a test to see if you really wanted what it is that you're trying to get. Because life will knock you on your ass time and time again, and you have two choices. You can either not get back up and, you know, dust off your shoulders like Jay-Z would say and carry on doing what you're doing, or you can lie there on the ground like a bitch and whine and complain about it and not do anything and say, oh, life isn't fair, and, you know, if only I had these circumstances. It's fucking bullshit. All you have to do is get back up and keep going forward. My dad always used to tell me, put your head down, Richard, and keep plowing forward and keep going for your goals and your dreams. And it's really the same thing. I mean, you know, the advice that I'm giving you hasn't changed over the years, over hundreds of years or thousands of years. How do you deal with setbacks? Get back up. You get knocked down on your ass, get back up. You get knocked down 10 times, get back up an 11th. You know, you just keep getting back up and keep pushing forward. Now, that being said, there is a time where you need to recognize that, you know, you could be in a perpetual cycle of being knocked down, i.e., you know, trying to go up against something that you just don't have the talent, skills, or resources to deal with. And go and find those things first. You know, learn from your setbacks is basically, you know what I'm saying. Because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, but the same thing happening. You keep getting knocked back down. So make sure that you learn from every setback, you get back up from it, and you keep pushing forward and you keep trying. That's it. I hope that helps. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on a regular basis. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Throw a comment below. Let me know what you thought of it. If you have any other questions, just let me know. See you guys later. Peace.